Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another preview. Tomorrow, Aston Villa travel to the Riverside Stadium. And yeah, this is going to be a hard game. First and foremost, I actually have nothing against Aston Villa. Based on my interviews that season on WONT TV, I know it looked like it was worse when I called out John Terry and everything else. But to be fair, banter aside, I like Aston Villa. You know what I mean? There is a lot of history with that club as well. And overall, Villa Park is a fantastic stadium. It's really one that I love to visit. And as I said previously in my Preston preview, when I was naming some of my favourite away days, and I actually mentioned Aston Villa. When that crowd in the Aston Villa Stadium is on form, it is kind of one of them in the away where but you stand there and you're like, yeah, okay, let's just be quiet because we're not out singing these. That's the kind of thing I get. So, like I say, I have a lot of respect for Aston Villa. When they all sing that whole end, it's just, yeah, that's the best way to put it. Last season we played them in the second leg of the playoffs, and they started singing "Heart Enders in the Sky." I just looked over to my left hand side from the away end, and I just thought, this is like unreal noise. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for Aston Villa as a club and everything else. So away from the respect sort of thing, let's talk about the Boro. Yeah, if we set up anything like we did against Preston in the first half, I don't know how it's going to go tomorrow, if I'm honest. Now, I know I've said before, everyone has to keep the faith in the Boro, which you do. Everyone's got to keep supporting the Boro, as they do. And everyone's got an opinion, as they do. We set up wrong on Tuesday night for me against Preston, and I believe that was our biggest downfall. Now, I know Preston were in form, and I ain't getting bitter about the result or anything like that, because if anything, Preston did deserve the 3 points, and Boro were lucky to come away with a point. That's, you know what I mean? It's ever right. People that were at the game, people that watched the game will know. That's how right, that's how it should have been. But, Boro came away with a point. It's a positive, and that's the only positive out of the game, really. They're not so much positives with the fact that we made 5 at the back, and we had a lot of changes. And the one thing that sort of got to me as a Boro fan was the fact that people were saying, I know, but let's save these players for the big games. Every game's a big game. Every single game is championship is a big game. So when people say let's rest these players for the big game, that doesn't go through, because every single game is a big game. Now, if we're going to class them as big games, people class Aston Villa as a big game, which it is, it's outright, which it is. Aston Villa, attacking-wise, are really good. You know what I mean? And they are frightening. In defence, they leak a lot of goals. You see midweek. 5-5 with Nottingham Forest. Like, Aston Villa were the one team to let me down my coupon, and they still scored 5 goals, and they still let me down. How does that even happen? But yeah, like I say, it's a mad game. Aston Villa scored 5. Tammy Abraham, he's on fire. Got 4 in that game. Could have had maybe he's even 6 by the end of the game finishing. So, like I say, he's coming along really well this season. And particularly last season as well. Tammy Abraham, what a good player he is, and what a player Aston Villa have, up top for them. So let's get straight into it. Dean Smith, just been appointed after Steve Bruce lost his job. Never nice to see any manager sort of go. But Dean Smith coming from Brentford. And to be fair, he ain't doing too badly. I'm pretty sure as well Aston Villa is still unbeaten at Villa Park, which is not bad at all. Stadium, Villa Park, yeah, I say, it's one of my favourite away days. Obviously had the chance to go in there 3 times last season. Once in the league, once in the cup, and once in the playoffs. So yeah, trust me, it ain't a bad stadium to visit. If you've never done it before, make sure you go there this season. It's really good. In terms of the last 5 games, well, these lads have only been beaten once in the last 5, which isn't bad at all, really. Because since they got beat to QPR 1-0 away, they haven't been beaten since. They drew to Nottingham Forest, obviously midweek 5-all. They beat Bolton at home 2-0. Derby away 3-0, which is obviously a massive result away at Derby. Considering how well they played when they came to Middlesbrough. And to be fair, first half the boss does. To go there and win 3-0 is a pretty good result. And then, of course, Birmingham at home. Obviously went 1-0 down. They came back and beat them 4-2. It's not bad at all. Also, I'm suffering with a flu still. So my voice does sound whatever. I do apologise if it's annoying. I've got the flu, there's nothing I can do. League table wise, Aston Villa sitting 8th, but I'm sure that a win can take these lads as high as 6th. So not bad, but obviously that is in case results do go their way. With us being the late kick-off on Sky, nice one for that one, lads, cheers. We kind of see how other teams have done. We do need results to go for us Boro's way, and we'll be honest, Leeds and of course the team at the top, Norwich, if them two lose and Boro win, that'd be great for us, because Boro goes top the tree. So we've got to look out for results. Obviously, got to look out for them results around us. So yeah, Villa 8 for 28 points, won 7 this season, drawn 7 and lost 5, so not bad at all. And that's a Boro who's sitting on 35 points, and we've had a good season so far, let's have it right. You know, as much as we've maybe been annoyed with the Boro during certain games and whatnot, we have had a pretty good season so far. 2 defeats all season, isn't bad at all. And of course, you know, if a win could take us top of the league, depending on how Norwich and Leeds do. In terms of our last 5 games, though, our sort of form, well, we haven't been beaten yet. We've actually drawn 3 and won 2. But like I say, not been beaten in the last 5. It's not bad at all. Aston Villa have been, but then since then they've actually gone on and scored goals and picked up decent wins. And when you look at it, really, the last 2 home games, the only time that they really conceded, because against Bolton they didn't, and against Derby away they did 3-0. So it's just their defence for me that I look at, and I just think we can exploit their defence. But going forward in Villa's sort of side, we have to watch out for them, because they have game changers in that team. They have a lot of players that I am really fond of. Tammy Abraham, Kodja, who seems to be coming on a little bit this season. Jack Grealish, who for me is a standout midfielder in this championship. And trust me, if Boro could take him, I'd have him 100% in the Boro. And I play, you know what I mean? We play him every single week. He is such a good player. Villa have there, and like I say, he's just spot on. Also, James Chester as well, the centre-back. I think he's a wicked player. Top goal scorers then for Villa, let's go straight through. Tammy Abraham, obviously his goal shot up. Just obviously after that Nottingham Forest game, 10 goals, 1 assist. Kodja on 5 goals and 1 assist. And James Chester, the centre-back, is on 3 goals so far this season, which is not bad for a centre-back. As to the Boro, well, Preston Bologna, who still isn't really getting a look in. For me, you know, I've given my opinions on it many a time. I think his attitude is completely wrong. Will he go in January? It's one of them, isn't it? It's up in the air. If he does go, then, you know, I think that's my sort of opinion. Almost for a different video if he does leave. But like I say, he's on 5 goals. John Ugill's on 4, and Braithwaite is currently on 3 goals, as well as Marcus Tavernier on the same amount. The head-to-head, well, last time we played Villa in the league, we drew 0-0 down there. Traore got sent off within the first couple of minutes. They came up here, did us 1-0, and then of course, you know what I mean, inside the playoffs, we know what happened. The only time I've seen us win from going to 3 games last season at Villa Park, we've seen the cup, but Boro won 2-0. Wasn't bad at all. And obviously inside of my team, well, it's completely different to the one that played at Preston. I don't want to see the same team at Preston. 5 at the back for me, it was an experiment. Mr. Pulis, it did not work. Please don't ever revisit a 5 at the back ever again. It doesn't work. It proved it. It proved it Tuesday night at Preston. It's a no-go. So for me, back to the same formation we had against Brentford and go down Randolph, the back 4. I think he's back, but he probably won't get a look in my opinion, and that is Ryan Shot. And I'm going to keep Dale Fryer right back. 2 centre pairing, Aidan Flynn, Danny Batt, and on the left, George Frayne. In front of them, Adam Clayton, Mo Besic. And then I've changed up a little bit. On the right-hand side, I want to see Tav play. On the left-hand side, Braithwaite. And in behind Jordan Ugill is Stuart Downing. Because in behind the striker, when he was at West Ham, that's whereabouts really West Ham got the best out of him. So that's whereabouts I'll put him. In terms of prediction, it goes a bit like this. If we come out tomorrow and we play the same formation and the same sort of team that we did against Preston, and we turn up the same that we did against Preston in the first half, we will get destroyed. If we come out and we play the way that we know we can play, and we take the game to Aston Villa, and we smash them to pieces in the first half, take our chances, it'll be an easy sort of evening for the Boro. We don't know how this one's going to play out, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 Middlesbrough. It's going to be a tough game, but the one thing I'm looking forward to the most, as well as obviously watching the match and everything else, is the atmosphere. Villa fans don't have to travel well. Let me know how many you're bringing down, Aston Villa fans. And as I say, it's going to be a cracking atmosphere. And like I say, you know, let's just try and get to Riverside, and let's hopefully see the 3 points come our way. Aston Villa fans, have a safe travel down to the Riverside. Enjoy your day here as well. And Boro fans, let's get a see your head out, and let's get behind the boys for 90 minutes. 2-1 Boro from me. Let me know your predictions down below in the comment section. And yeah, check out all my social medias, link in the description. And come on, the Boro, let's do it. Oh, the Boro.